with me. Hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of This Is Our Family. If this is your first time watching, we want to extend a very special welcome to you and to say a big hello from Pastor Jono and myself. So this is just a space where we get to connect, communicate and celebrate all that God is doing here in the life of Access Church and in Brisbane and beyond. How's it going, Jono?
Yeah, good, Belle. I'm just looking forward to holidays starting after today. So that'll be really good. A little bit weary. We had a great worship night here last night though at Access, so that was a wonderful time. And looking forward to now getting away for a few weeks.
That's wonderful. Do you have any ideas of what you're getting up to yet?
Both Gold Coast and Noosa.
Oh.
Never been to Noosa, so
I'm
looking
jealous.
forward to that.
Well, that's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
So I hear last Sunday was a pretty exciting day in the life of Access Church. We had our AGM and new board members elected as well. So I just want to ask a bit of a cheeky question. Mm-hmm. Which member are you looking forward to working with the most?
Yes.
Well, that's fine. I guess instead maybe we can cover them in alphabetical order, not preference.
That's a better idea. That sounds good. So we have John Adams. So congratulations, John, on being elected to the board again. He continues as the church secretary. And we have Antoinette Aldi, and it's her first time on the board, so we're so excited to have her as part of the team. David Logan continues on as our illustrious treasurer. Great job, Dave. Dwayne McGraw continues on the board. I've really appreciated his input over the past year. Deb Mills is another first timer, and so it's going to be really exciting to get to know Deb more and work with her. And Tim O'Brien, another first timer on the board, looking forward to his fresh perspective that he'll bring. And then we have Elena Westerway, who's also a first timer. Joking. Elena's been on the board for a while and been vice chair this past year, and she's been a great asset to our team. And so I really look forward to working with them in the coming year, Belle. And I'd like to just acknowledge and show appreciation towards Bill, Neil and Colin, who served on the board in the previous 12 months, or actually 2 years, and really, really thankful to them for the contribution they've made to Access Church. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Well, church, let's be praying for our new board members and for their hearing from God as we move into this next season here at Access Church, because the best is yet to come. So there's been some new additions to the board, but we've also had a new addition in one of our other ministries at Access Church as well. And that one is, get ready, get excited. We now have a new school added to our Food for Kids program. Yeah, super exciting. Now, Katie Roderick has been pioneering this ministry for the last few years now in various schools in Brisbane. And we're super excited to announce that instead of just 6 schools, well, that's phenomenal. Only 6, I know, right? We had 6 schools that we were able to supply lunches and breakfast to in 2020, but now in 2021, we get to add on a 7th school. Fantastic. We get to add on, Kippering State School. So this is also the school where a member of Access Church, Scott Devine, is able to serve as a chaplain. So we're really blessed to be able to come alongside him and support him there too.
Sounds rather divine, is he?
So Jono, you had the opportunity to hang out with Mads Lanham recently.
I did. I got a chance to chat to Mads and hear about all the good stuff that her and Liv have done with God's Chicks this year. It's a ministry dedicated to high school girls here at Access and discipling them. So let's check out this clip now. Hey Mads, thanks for coming in today. You co-lead something here at Access called God's Chicks with Liv. How'd you get into that?
It's God's Chicks.
God's Chicks, sorry.
God's Chicks. We got into it after we saw a real need at the church for girls from grade 9 to 12. We were a bit wary of getting into it, wasn't sure if it was something that we were capable of. Then a parent was saying that her daughter was really struggling with youth group and was wondering if Liv or I was considering beginning a Bible study. After that we were like, we could do this. Let's do this. And then, all the memories came back of going through high school as a nerd and as a Christian. Great mix. So, I remembered this one particular girl who really encouraged me in my faith throughout high school. She was fun. She actually took the time to get to know me and encourage me to be myself. So Liv and I really want to try and be that person for these girls, and we're going to try our best to do that.
Fantastic. So God's Chicks, I got it right. Where'd that name come from?
To be honest, we didn't want a boring name like girl groups.
Yeah.
And we also wanted something that could be shortened and chucked into conversations really casually. So we tossed the idea around, and it was Mum's idea. So snaps for her.
Great. So with God's Chicks, what are you trying to achieve? What's the win?
So the win, when we were planning it, we were really focusing on Proverbs 31. So she is clothed in strength and dignity, laughs without fear of the future. So we want to really create a space that encourages these girls to grow into that, shine the light of Jesus and the love of Jesus. 2020's
been a weird year for everybody. How's it been going? What have been the highlights for you?
It's every moment with these girls has been a highlight. It's been so amazing and such a blessing for me and Liv to be able to watch these girls grow into young, more confident women and be able to really watch their faith grow and also their relationships with each other. They've really become a good bunch of friends that can support each other throughout high school and hopefully past high school. But it's not only the way I've been able to bless them, and Liv and I have been able to bless them by how they've blessed me. They've encouraged me, really inspired me, and they've made me laugh. So it's been great.
So God's Chicks is for what ages and how do they get involved?
Grades 9 to 12. And to get involved, they can contact me, they can contact Liv or Joe Thompson.
Great. Thanks, Mads. Bless you.
So good, hey. I've been getting to talk to Mads and Liv over the last few months, and it's just super exciting to see what God is doing and to see these young adults discipling the next generation as well.
Great job.
Yeah. So we have some coming events that you need to be aware of as well. So get out your diaries, make sure you mark these down for the next couple of weeks or so. So coming up this Saturday, all our XY youth members are heading on down to the North Lakes Bunnings, and they're running the sausage sizzle there, which is super exciting, getting to do that on the Saturday. So we want to encourage you, head on down there, pick up a snag, maybe avoid some of the yard work you need to do, but come and say hi and support this awesome youth group that's going to be running the show on Saturday.
Sounds like a good plan. Another great event on the same day as the next men's breakfast, so that's Saturday the 5th as well. And we have our resident psychologist, Scott Bowden, who'll be giving an address, and it's a fantastic topic called the empowerment dynamic. So the men there will be given tools on how to think and respond to difficulties of life, which means the opposite of a victim mentality. So get around it, guys. Contact Nick or Paul if you need more info, but come along to the men's breakfast. It'll be another great day. Haven't said all that, Izzy. Apparently it's the seniors group where all the action's happening.
Yeah, Johnny, they do have another event coming up. So on the 15th of December, it's a Tuesday at 11:30, we are having a Christmas party here for the seniors ministry at Access. Now you need to bring along $12, but that's going to get you a 2-course meal, a drink and a gift. So you don't want to miss out on this one. Make sure you commit your attendance to Jeff and Tina Adams by emailing on the email below.
Yeah, Izzy, the Christmas season is well and truly upon us, and that means it's time to bring your gifts back to the Christmas tree, which is in the foyer. You've got till December the 6th to do that, but please return them as soon as you can so that we can get these gifts out to the families that are in need this Christmas. Thank you everybody for your incredible generosity. We've been blown away by the response we've had to this tree, so thank you, and return your gifts when you're able. Thanks.
Yeah. Now, church, we are entering a time of giving now, so we just want to say thank you so much for your continued generosity, first of all, not only with the giving tree, but financially into Access Church with the building fund, with your tithes and offering. It really is amazing to see what God is doing, and even to hear about that at our recent AGM, how God has just blessed finances abundantly here. So have a look at the details on the screen. There are the 3 ways to give, and you can use one of those to give as well. Now, as well, if you have cash, we do have 3 boxes around the church. If you need help to find them, just give one of us a yell and we'll be able to point them out to you.
We're going to move into our message time in just a moment. We'll continue our Christmas series that we began last weekend, and this weekend we get to look at Christmas is a time for renewal. You're going to hear 2 great messages over the weekend from Graham Carnell and David Collins, the Reverend Graham Carnell and David Collins, that is. So really looking forward to what they have to share. Right before them though, we get the privilege of hearing an interview from a new believer in our church family, Shannon Anderson, to hear about what Christ means to her on her first Christmas as a follower of Jesus. So let's go to that now. Shannon, thanks for coming in. You've just begun attending Access in 2020. Tell us how that came about.
It came about from a little girl. I'm a foster mum, and this little girl, 9 years old, she came to me in December. I've been an atheist all my life, and quite a outspoken one. But this little girl said to me about 2 weeks after arriving, "Do you go to church?" And I said, "Oh gosh, no, the walls would probably cave in if I did, you know." And I said, "Why are you asking?" And she said, "Because my mum used to take me to the youth group or something or other, which was on the Sunday." She said, "Would you take me?" So I knew I had to do this for her. So I said, okay. So I looked around and I went online and I kept, for some reason, coming back to Access. So I made arrangements. I contacted somebody here, spoke to them, and they said, "Sure, bring her along." But for about a year prior to all of this, I lost my eldest son the year before, and he was a Christian and the only Christian in our family, and I'd had what I can only describe as feelings of yearning. I knew there was something missing in my life, but I was busy with children, so I pretty much ignored it. The day I brought the little one here, I was met by Joe, such a beautiful person, and I walked in here and I felt like I had come home. The feeling was quite overpowering.
So you've just become a new believer this year. What feels different about life for you?
Everything. My whole life has changed in so many ways. For the first time, I can truly say I'm happy. I have a relationship with the Lord which, you know, is just so precious to me. I talk to him in the car. Every time I'm in the car, I have a conversation with him in the car, and it's absolutely beautiful. I am stronger. I'm a much stronger person. I know that I can deal with any hardship, and that was tested recently when we had another tragedy. I can just remember the day that I found out. I thought, I can't do this. I can't lose another son. And I just gave it up to the Lord, and I said, give me the strength to get through this, walk with me through this. And he did.
So now your first Christmas as a believer, how will that be different?
Because it's always been for me about children. Just, you know, give them a good Christmas. A lot of the children that I care for have never had Christmas before. So that's really what my main goal was about. This year, it's taken a whole new turn. It's all about Jesus Christ. It's about his love for us. It's about the sacrifice that our Lord made. Everything is not material. This is a spiritual time for me now.